I want to say it's a pleasure for us to be here this morning, but that would not be the entire truth of my reaction of this morning, because there is a little ambivalence. Whilst I am happy as to the purpose for here, I am also saddened by the reason which brought us here. But this is not a morning for me to be able to make any remarks. I truly want to be able to hand over to the new director of NEMO, she will be introduced to the public and to yourselves, so she will deliver remarks and then hand over to the Prime Minister, who will himself make remarks before we do truly what we came here to do. So, Ms. Octave.
Welcome to the Prime Minister's office and to this ceremony here today, where the government of St. Lucia will deliver upon its promise to assist persons who had been impacted by the trough, the December 13th trough. As you know, the trough severely impacted St. Lucia, and you can bear testimony to that because you felt firsthand what the trough had to deliver to St. Lucians. We are happy to be able to assist you now that you are beginning to rebuild, and I really want to urge you to use the contribution that you will be getting here today, the contribution that the Prime Minister will deliver to each and every one of you, to build back better, as we see. Ensure that your construction is safe as possible. Ensure that you implement all the precautionary measures that you need to. Pay attention to preparedness. We have been preaching this over and over. Preparedness is key, because at the end of the day, sometimes the impacts, the hazards cannot be prevented, but the impacts can be lessened by what you do and how you do it. So today specifically, the Prime Minister, who is also the chairman of NEMO, will hand over the financial contribution to you. And again, I want to implore you to use it wisely, as at the end of the day, it's really supposed to help you increase or build on your resilience to the impact of hazards. So with just these few words, I would like to call upon the Honorable Prime Minister, who is the chairman of NEMO, as I said, to say a few words to you, and then we will proceed with the business of the day, where we hand over the checks to our brothers and sisters here. So thank you very much.
I agree with the Cabinet Secretary. I can well understand the sadness occasioned by the loss that you experience. But I hope today can also be a day of hope, a day of confidence, a day of happiness, because today we will be making available to you a contribution to assist you in the recovery efforts, as the director of NEMO explained to you a few moments ago. There are many others than you to receive assistance today, but unfortunately, some were unable to be here for a variety of reasons. And we started off a little late because we were waiting for two other recipients to arrive, and they have not arrived. So I wanted to apologize for this slight delay in starting our activity today. The director of NEMO put it very correctly that we have to work to mitigate the incidence of potential damage arising out of natural disasters, whether through hurricanes, heavy rains, or through floods. Perhaps this is a very good time to remind St. Lucians that whatever they do, even in the most difficult of circumstances, they need to consider ensuring that they provide some measure of support in the event of disaster. And the best way to do this really is to consider taking out insurance policies on their respective homes. It would be impossible for the government of St. Lucia to find the money to assist every individual in this country, or a substantial majority, to rebuild homes. It's not a challenge that any government would want. But we have to be very realistic. Part of this community will never be able to secure insurance policies for their homes. For example, those of you who occupy plywood houses or who have homes built out of lumber are not likely to attract any insurance company, even if you were to have the means to take out a modest policy. Therefore, there will be a segment of our population who will always be in need and who need to feel that somehow, somewhere, assistance could be extended to them to assist in their moment of distress. However, all of us need to be careful that there is no overdependence on the government of St. Lucia. I say this to emphasize that you too need to take every effort to protect your homes at all times. Now that some of you will be assisted in the rebuilding process, it means that you perhaps want to think a little harder about the quality of work on the buildings that you are reconstructing in your individual capacities. We opted not to go the route of inviting a government agency to rebuild your homes for you, but this time to make a direct contribution to you, to give you the freedom to utilize that contribution in the best way that you think. I have to tell you that a contribution is not the total cost of rebuilding your home. It really would be impossible for the government of St. Lucia to meet that total cost. But we want to tell you that we are concerned, that we care about you, and so this contribution today is a partial contribution, but hopefully I think it will go a very, very long way. In some ways, the reaction of the government to the Christmas trough have been unusual. Unusual because what we have done following that trough may not necessarily happen again, because I need to emphasize that point. You'll recall that many homes were flooded. Persons lost mattresses, persons lost kitchen utensils. And for the very first time, we reacted by seeking the support of a major contributor, Digicel, to provide us with refrigerators, stoves, and even washing machines to assist those persons who lost those important household items. This has never happened before, and it's not usual for governments to intervene in this way and make available kitchen equipment of that kind or that type. So I remain extremely grateful to Digicel that they accepted the entreaties made to them, that they were persuaded to do so. But I hasten to add that there must not be a continued expectation that somehow every time disaster strikes, that the government of St. Lucia is going to find money to be able to provide stoves and fridges. We just have to be grateful that we had a very generous donor, and that donor was persuaded by the efforts of the government to come to the assistance of those who were affected. I suspect a lot of it had to do with Christmas, because somehow the joys of Christmas were certainly tempered, frustrated by what occurred in December. And the wonderful thing is that the people of St. Lucia from all over the Caribbean and elsewhere in the UK, in the United States, in Canada, reacted with tremendous goodwill and generosity. We are a very loving people. Despite all the challenges that we face, all the arguments that we have, at the end of the day, we know how to care for each other, and that is so very important as a society and a country. I think just a few days ago, the Consul General from Canada was in St. Lucia to make available a check of some 30,000 Canadian dollars, I believe, towards the disaster recovery efforts. Question is, where did this money come from? Where did we get this money to give you? It came from the donations that were sent to St. Lucia after the Christmas trough. The government of St. Lucia received well over $6 million. We have used a lot of this money to help to rebuild roads, to rebuild bridges, and of course to pay for the school books of children and other equipment lost within our schools. And so a portion of that money had been put aside to assist you. The final point that I want to make, it's the selection of each and every one of you here this morning. The persons who have been selected for assistance today were chosen primarily by NEMO and Red Cross. In other words, I want to make it very clear that politicians did not forward the names, your individuals' names to NEMO or to the Red Cross, that your selection was based on engagements by the Red Cross and NEMO following the trough. They visited the various communities and determined exactly who really was in need for assistance for their homes. So I just want to emphasize that point, because the temptation is always for those in our midst to suggest that somehow you are specifically selected by a politician for you to receive this support and assistance from the government of St. Lucia. I want to make it absolutely clear that that is not so. The decision was made largely by NEMO and the Red Cross, and the same thing and the same procedure applied in the case of those who receive stoves. Obviously, when I do go around into various communities, I'm accosted by individuals from time to time, and I'm asked the question, well, why didn't I get a fridge? Why didn't I get a stove? My stove was damaged. And I find refuge in a simple statement: I'm sorry, but you were not recommended for a stove or fridge by either NEMO or the Red Cross. So it's a good feeling to know that you're not involved in that process. And that's how NEMO should basically operate, in a non-political way, reaching out to all who require assistance, irrespective of their political complexion or their political color. And that's important for this country on occasions of disasters, that we do not know politics, but we know our simple humanity and the need to reach out to each other to assist one another on those occasions of distress. So I'm very happy today to have kept a promise which I made to you. It's been a long time, hasn't it? But I think you will understand that time sometimes is necessary so that all preparation could be made. The final little point I want to make is a technical point. Following the visits by NEMO and the Red Cross, we asked the Ministry of Physical Development to evaluate the various homes. So the actual amount that we are making available to you is based largely on assessment of the homes by the Ministry of Physical Development. In other words, they give us a costing of what the potential cost of rebuilding, replacing your homes would have been. And they have prepared for us a statement of the materials that may well be required. So we acted on that basis, a very rational basis, to make the decision as to what amounts that we would make available to you. So the message is, I just simply want you to know that someone cares for you, someone is concerned about you, and we wish you all the best. But while we do so, we just simply say to you, don't forget, make sure you build a stronger house this time. Take care and God bless. Have a wonderful day.